All right. I want to see what's going on with this full moon. Let's see. Whoa, my throat. Page of Pentacles is reversed. All right, so for me, moon messages are like the subconscious energies. And, you know, a lot of people are not aware of the subconscious. So with the Page of Pentacles, you know, kind of being about like research, study. There's an element of like hermit energy, being alone, isolated, focused. Looking into things deeper, going deeper, especially with the magnifying glass. For all of this to be in the reverse, that's not really a good sign. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, we have the Tower coming out. Damn. And it's interesting because she looks like she's in a cave. She's obviously alone. This is also crone energy. We also have the black cat, an omen, so to speak. She's also holding on to the root of a tree here as well, but, you know, the Tower is the Tower. I never looked at this card the way I am right now, which is very interesting. She's like trying to hold on to a root. She's older, an older woman, so that's like crone energy, one that a crone is a very wise woman, older woman. But it's like she's kind of like drowning. It's obviously raining. I mean, it's a tower, but she's like distressed and things. That's very interesting. Let's see where this goes. So I'll see the Page of Wands, which is creating anew. This feels like obviously an ending with the Tower, and then the Page of Wands is a beginning. You know, this is a new creation. Where with this, the moon, this is the void. So where death and life, they come from the same void. They come from the same area, right? They're one of the same. This also too with her painting, a lot of times it's kind of like scribing. It's almost like painting like your subconscious, or writing what's going on in the subconscious area. There's something about that. And I don't know how to explain it better right now. The Tower for me, it feels very chaotic. Obviously, towers can indicate changes that are coming that are out of your control. Page of Pentacles here in the reverse is something that you're not aware of. This is like, it's only kind of further confirming the subconscious, things that people are not aware of, but they're obviously acting out, or it's playing out automatically with no other thought to it, because it's coming from the subconscious area. So the best way I could put that is like, let's say someone's automatic response to someone, like, okay, someone's in a relationship, and instead of communicating, like, you know, two adults communicating and expressing themselves, someone's automatic response would be to argue. That automatic response to argue is something that they're not aware of, that's going on in the subconscious, that, you know, for this Tower, it's like there's something that is still going on in there. There's something that is like unresolved, and obviously undiscovered. You know, someone's automatic response, like my automatic response would be, if I'm emotionally distressed, or obviously spiritually fighting some of a spiritual battle or whatever have you, my automatic response is to eat. I just eat. I'm not even hungry, but I will just eat just because. That's an automatic response to what is going on in the subconscious that I'm either not aware of, or I don't want to, I'm not doing anything to resolve, but it still comes out in the physical. Wands are something that is very physical. It's something that you're going to see. So there's something here. This also too can be indicating a lot of times, you know, a lot of great creations, art, music derives from like pain, derives from, I suppose, the subconscious area here as well. So it's not always negative. A lot of, you know, some people are not able to communicate how they feel, but they can sing about it. A lot of people can't communicate how they feel, but they can rap about it. You know, a lot of times bodybuilders are bodybuilders because really deep down in their subconscious, there's rage, there's anger, there's something that they're digging deep to get to bring it out physically. So there's honestly, this energy can also to be what that is as well. Using your pain, what are the terms for that? What is it? Using your pain for power, something like that. Something also about like triumph. Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles here as well. So you see how she's like stressed out, and it's yet another older woman. I mean, she's probably the same woman coming out in this Tower here, but you see how she's like stressed out. She's holding her head. And the Five of Pentacles, like I mean, traditionally speaking, Five of Pentacles talks about being left out, but these are this is a different type of deck. But this Page of Pentacles, if this Page of Pentacles was upright, I can assure you that this Five of Pentacles would be reversed, right? There's something going on in the subconscious, you know? There's always going to be something going on. So I'm not telling you guys anything that you don't already know. But that's really what's going on here. There's some type of chaos, disruption that may be coming out physically. Automatic responses, this could be good and or bad. Like I said, a lot of people derive a lot of their creative gifts and talents, you know, derive from pain and things like that. But this really kind of feels like something that someone's not aware of, and it's like it's an automatic response. Like I just don't think that it's a good thing. We have the Six of Cups here, okay, and here's a mother passing a flower pot down to her child. And gardening, flowers, things like that, nature, it's all symbolic for the cycles and circles of life. So this is something that is being passed down. And flowers and things, they're expected to grow. But they also represent cycles. They go through cycles as well. So this is a cycle being passed down to this child. All right. Interesting. We have the Three of Wands here as well at the bottom. We have the Nine of Cups reversed. I want to see. See, what is this Page of Pentacles reverse? feels like a Mercury square or opposing Pluto aspect. Maybe Mars, maybe Mercury opposing or squaring Mars. This could also be Mars squaring or opposing Pluto. There's some type of Neptunian energy here with the creativity. Also Leo, so maybe the Sun squaring or opposing Neptune. Sun squaring or opposing Saturn. I don't know why I said Saturn. I wanted to say Pluto, but it could be Saturn. Neptune could be squaring or opposing Pluto, squaring. Neptune could be opposing, squaring Saturn. But that's not limited to. Okay, we have the Four of Wands reversed. We also have the Page of Swords reversed as well. What is the Page of Pentacles? And with Page of Cups, there's a lot of pages, and pages are intended to grow. It's growth. And with full moons, sure, this is about releasing energy, but full moons are also about things coming into fruition or formation, into its full formation. It's like a completed energy. Full moons are about it's a complete. It's a complete thing. Something is completed. So we're talking about cycles of life. These pages are coming out. A full moon is something that is completed, something that has grown to its fullest capacity, or whatever the case is. This almost feels I don't want to say it's like growing pains, but it's almost like some type of if that's the best way I can put it, it's like growing pains, or like some type of volcano going off inside of someone, and then boom, it's like creativity. Or I don't know, maybe I watched a movie before when it was like someone died and they came back, and it's like they had a gift that they didn't have before. It kind of feels it's some type of discovery, or think of a cave, an avalanche going on internally, and then something comes out of nowhere. Like it's some type of creative gift that I don't think was known, or something like that. We also have the Knight of Swords, which is some type of message as well. I guess it's like something lying dormant, I suppose, that is about to come out. Like this could also be some type of like learning disability here, or what you thought was a learning disability. There's some type of delay with it also. It's some type of delay, and then it's like coming out of nowhere. Tell me more. What is the Five of Pentacles? Yeah, Five of Pentacles is giving the Strength card. And you see how there's that wolf. I'm thinking of the Libra and Sagittarius crow call I just did. The wolf was coming out with the Nine of Pentacles. But you see how that girl is all grown up a little bit, and then she's like trying to heal, she's trying to heal this wolf. This kind of feels like let's say someone's like grandmother had some type of I don't want to say mental illness, but this is what other people would describe it or label it as, like some type of mental illness. But it's like it got passed down to you, not necessarily a mental illness, but it's like some type of gift from your grandmother. But it's almost like she wasn't able to control it. And here you are with the same gift. There's something here that's being passed down, but it's almost like an ancestor or a grandmother or something like that. They weren't able to handle this gift or whatever it was. Like it made them kind of like crazy, or like I said, they weren't able to balance it or whatever it is. Like that's the best way I can put it. Like they just weren't able to balance it or like something like that. And but yet you have it. I don't know why I feel like that. It kind of also feels like someone's like grandmother is like trapped. And remember that Knight of Swords came out, but I put it back. I don't think I should have. It's almost kind of like whatever this like automatic writing or whatever this creative thing that you do. I don't want to freak you guys out. My nose is itching. But it's like, I mean, I'm sure we've all heard the term like, oh, God is speaking through me. Like, what's the difference if like your ancestors speaking through you? Yeah, but damn, judgment. It's a lot of crone energy coming out for you guys. I can't ignore it. There's a lot of crone energy. That's a lot of wisdom. That's an old soul. That's a lot of history, a lot of lessons, a lot of information, and it feels very spiritual with this cup, this creative ability over here, judgment even, something being passed down to you. Like it's like that's you in those gates. And remember I don't know if I mentioned it, but the Three of Wands was coming out. I don't know if I showed you guys or said anything about it, but the Three of Wands, that reminds me that this judgment with this portal door open up reminds me of the Three of Wands. But like I said, it's like something I don't want to sound redundant, and I don't like to sound like everyone else, but it really feels as if something is coming, like an energy or a gift, an ability is no longer lying dormant. Information of some sort is no longer lying dormant. It's a lot of crone energy here. What is the Six of Cups? Damn, the Moon. More crone energy. Oh my God, I want to go get my book. There's something I just read about the moon. Well, I'm still reading the book about the moon, but there's something specific. Basically, in the book, it was talking about how people don't really like to be associated or around older people because they feel like older people are a reflection of death. And a lot of people don't like to, they just want to be oblivious to death. They're in denial about, death. They're in denial about the cycles of life. And I was also reading how full moons, damn, I just lost my train of thought. Oh. frick? I'm gonna have to. One moment, please. Where is it? Oh, I hate when this happens. I'm not going to do this right now. Okay, so it says older people reflect the certainty of everyone's eventual death. Society's collective denial of death has resulted in the majority of older people being removed from the mainstream. They are considered unemployable and taken out of the workforce. Older people are rounded up and put into senior citizen condominiums in villages or shut away in nursing homes. They are prevented from continuing to interact with the rest of the world. Most modern people try to avoid any contact with death. The dying are isolated in hospital wards, often shunned by their families, and then shuttled off to the undertakers whose job it is to disguise the face of death. So basically, the full moon is also considered the dark moon. And let me just see if there's something else I wanted to mention. It is our ignorance of the dark, which is the gateway between death and birth, that gives rise to our fears and contributes to our pain. There's something else I have read so far. All right, so it says, during the full moon, ovulatory time, women are open, fertile, magnetic, receptive, and nurturing to the other. On a strictly biological level, these emotional chemical messages are conducive to facilitating sexual union, for fertilization, procreation, and the continuity of the species. However, at the dark moon menstrual period, the life force is no longer other and outer directed, but rather self and inner reflective. That's not what I wanted. I don't know what I want out of this book so far. Well, what I want to read to you guys. I can't remember what I was going to say, but I'm not going to hold you guys up. All I know is there's something heavily connected to death. There's, I guess this would be like necromancy, I suppose. And here's this mirror again. Damn it, there's something that was in the book. Oh my God, I wish I remembered where it was. But you see, it's like, this is you, and then this, like, you're seeing another version of yourself in the mirror, an older version of yourself. And a lot of people fear, this is the moon card, but a lot of people fear the moon and everything that comes with the moon, because it's dark, it's feminine, and everything else. I'm not going to get into it right now, but the fact that this is clarifying the Six of Cups and something being passed down, and I keep getting crone energy. It's like you're just a special kid. Like, you're a special kid, but even though you're an adult, but there's just something special. I don't know how else to really kind of put it there. Damn, I don't like that. I wish I could explain it better. We have the Six of Pentacles here. All right, so yet again, there's another card that's like depicting something being passed down. And then we have the Libra scales in the background. It's got to be something going on in the 4th house for a lot of you, but we also have the Six of Wands reversed at the bottom of that. So it's like there's there's a lot of babies, kids going on in this reading. And you see how she's like younger, like the women in this picture are younger. But yet there's a lot of crone energy. Like it's... I just know that there's something that wasn't successful with the Six of Wands reverse. Or there's just something that was like passed down to you, I guess. Damn. Here's the Three of Wands again. I split the deck, and I remember I was saying how the Judgment card is giving me Three of Wands energy, like a portal is being opened. It's like something, you have something, okay? I'm not saying it's like sicknesses or anything. I just feel like there's some type of spiritual gift, knowledge, wisdom. You have it. We have the World card trying to come out, but to me, it came out reverse. So this is unfinished business. Like I said, something was unsuccessful. Tower is giving Emperor in the reverse. So remember I was saying how it's like your grandmother or someone in your bloodline, they weren't able to control whatever this energy is. And here we have the Emperor coming out reverse to clarify the Tower. It's like they weren't able to control something. We have the Ten of Pentacles reverse. So this is, again, another crone. And look, the gifts. But it's coming out reverse. And we know Ten of Pentacles is like generational energy, legacy, things that are passed down. I don't know why I'm hearing that like commercial on YouTube. Like empires, they rise and they fall. So there's something like that going on. But it's this has to be about you and having a dormant gift. Like, I don't know what else to say. We have the Devil coming out, another crone. I swear, this is the Triple Moon Goddess deck. It's not all, like, this is not a deck of just straight up crones. It's the Triple Moon Goddess deck. This also, too, with the Triple Moon Goddess, they also call them the Mariah, the Moras, or something like that. But they're associated with the Fates. So this is definitely a message about fate, to say the least. And in astrology, damn, where's my phone? There are placements. These are like extended placements in your chart. There are 3, actually, I think I have it right now. Y'all. I was doing research on them, actually. So it's interesting. I'm doing the very research that I don't see that's activated. Or maybe that was... I don't know. So, yeah, we have the Fates. You guys can find this in your chart on AstroSeek. It's like extended placements. All right. But it's called... You have a placement called Atropos. Atropos. All right. There is Clotho, Klotho, and Lachesis, Lachhesis. These are the three fates. Okay, and you have placements here, okay? But damn, I hope I'm not confusing y'all, but I can't be responsible. I just have to give y'all the information. Just crazy. Here's this Page of Pentacles with it. Like, I'm just amazed right now. She looks just like how I look with this damn folder in my little notes, I swear. But I feel like I need to tell you guys this. I hope you guys are understanding me. All right. So Clotho, she's the spinner and the weaver. And I don't know about y'all, but I've been seeing a lot of spiders lately, right? So basically Clotho, she basically weaves your fate, right? She's able to predict the outcome of like negative and positive decisions that you make and like the outcomes that come with that. All right, she's basically the beginning phase. She usually appears, you know, when you're a child or when you're just born, but she is the weaver of one's fate, Clotho, and you have a placement there. So for me, example, I have Clotho in Scorpio. All right, and you guys keep in mind, I'm not pronouncing this accurately. I can't, I have an issue with pronunciation. So we have Lachesis, okay? Lachesis, she is the allotter. She dictates your lifespan. She controls these things, okay? She determines how many trials or tribulations that you undergo in your life. She also measures she measures your human life, okay? I have Lachesis in Sagittarius. And then there's Atropos. And she is what they call the unturnable, okay? She basically chooses how someone is going to die, all right? These are the fates, all right? And Atropos actually is depicted as an older woman, crone energy. So I may be picking up on Atropos right now. I'm getting a lot of, yeah, that's what this is. Oh my gosh. And example, I have Atropos in Taurus. Very interesting. But all in all, there's definitely something that I see that you're chosen for. Something that I don't feel you're aware of. I feel like your physical reality, Five of Pentacles energy is, that could be like she's stressed out, you know, that could be a financial, like lacking in financial matters or whatever the case is. But I feel like this is all derivative of you not tapping into or doing some type of research. And I know none of this is a coincidence. The fact that I needed to get my book, the fact that I needed to bust out my notes. And then it's like with this Page of Wands, like there's just something that you are chosen to create or to do, or this is going to open up a portal. There's some type of unfinished business. I mean, that's just what comes with the World card. Something is unfinished, or like I mentioned in the beginning, there's a cycle. You can't avoid the cycles of life. And with the World card, that to me is what that means. Like something, there's a life cycle that I don't think you've tapped into, or damn. but it also feels like growing pains. I just feel like there's something going on that is about to be awakened in you, okay? That's what this full moon is about to do. And I mentioned some of this in some of the crow calls I just recently did today, where this full moon is going to be activating some of you guys as part of fortune and your vertex, okay? In astrology, if you know where that is. Yeah, fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries energy. So if you watch the crow call that I did for Aries, or even Sagittarius even, I was getting, you are in the precipice of your version of greatness. So Aries is also, the energy is, this is a beginning, this is brand new. These are new, like this is just brand new. Or this world card also too is talking about something that wasn't completed, you know, by your ancestors, your grandmother. I really feels like a grandmother I'm channeling right now. And someone else's reading I was getting, it's a fast kind of day, like something was coming in fast as hell. But it's interesting that there's a full moon coming up for sure, but the card is saying full moon, but it's going to feel like Aries energy, like something is coming in fast for you. To me, that kind of feels like something you're about to grow in some type of area, i.e. the plants. You're about to grow into something very quickly, like something is about to grow very, very quickly, or come very, very quickly, or hit you very quickly. I'm not sure. I would look at maybe a solar return chart and see where you have Aries placements. I feel like wherever you have Aries placements, that's where you're going to be growing the most. So for an example, in my solar return chart, and this is the energy I'll be embodying for this year, and this is about, this happens every year after, like on your birthday. So you have a new energy every year. Well, I have my Mars in Aries in the 9th house, and my moon is in Aries in the 9th house. So for me, this is indicating my 9th house is about to get lit up. And it's interesting, you see me pulling out all of my books, my notes. The 9th house is, you know, this is where you study, you learn, and things like that. I don't want to go into too much detail, but that's how I would interpret this, and this is how I would implement it in my own life, this message, if you're still here. And I mean, I can confirm that if I look at it, like just for myself, like I really am tapped into that 9th house energy. I just been reading a lot and buying a lot of books, and writing and taking notes and journaling. And there's other projects that I'm working on in the background. And there's just, it's just interesting. It's just very interesting. Yeah, confidence is your key to success is here. Which is very interesting. And the 9th house is about truth, seeking, just knowledge, just like a library. A never-ending library. That's how I feel. This is how this resonates for me. Like I'm in a never-ending library right now. There's so much to learn. There's so much to know. There's so much I want to do with the knowledge that I'm gaining. All right. It also kind of feels like like always wanting to know something, but it's like you never receive the closure or the information, and it's like driving one like crazy energy. Like it kind of feels like that as well, like seeking answers and not getting them until now. Like it's something like that. Or emphasis on confidence is the key to your success. There's emphasis on the word key. It's like you are now being gifted the key to whatever I feel like you didn't have before. I'm getting Capricorn energy. I think there is a full moon in Capricorn. I think. Ah, my head hurts. At least that just hurt. Could also be maybe like a grandmother on your father's side. I knew Virgo energy was going to come out, but we have Virgo here as well. Hermit energy. Emphasis on wheat. I just read about that. And then more Leo energy is coming out. Interesting. I just read about wheat. And the moon. I'm about to let y'all go. I guess I'll just have to decipher this a little bit more on my own. I don't want to hold you guys up. Yo, someone's grandmother, I'm telling you, is communicating. Grr. That's what I have for you guys.